my channel. My name is Autumn Embers and today I am creating a lovely Harbour factory family home. This place has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms and a swimming pool and a laundry room, and I absolutely love this place. I want to live here. This is like my dream quirky home, and I absolutely love this build so much. I want to live in this place. I don't probably have the money for this place because if this place was real it would be super expensive, and so I will then pay them with cookies and brownies and cupcakes and drip cakes and pinata drip cakes. That they're the ones with like the surprise in the middle, and it'd be fine. I'll get my fancy, lovely factory home that I absolutely love and adore, and they can be munching on some really lovely baked goods. It's a win-win situation for absolutely everybody. But yeah, I absolutely love this place. But in saying that, when I first built it, I wasn't really loving it because this is the second time I had to go about and build a factory home. Because when I was first building this, I was going through a phase where I was doubting myself. Everything that I was building, I was doubting myself, was like, is this good enough? Are people gonna like this? Is what I'm building is like good looking? I don't know. So I started again because there was only a couple of things that I quite liked about the original build, and I was just thinking to myself and saying to myself, what is the point keeping a build where I only like a couple of the things about the build? So the first one was the lovely curved glass that you could see me doing at the very beginning of this build. I really liked it. When I was looking up factory pictures on Pinterest or on Instagram, I was finding a lot of like curved glass. So I was like, okay, I really want that in my factory build, and I liked it the first time round, but I wasn't really loving the rest of the build. So I kept that part of the original build, and this part here that I'm doing at the very moment, I really also like. So I really like it because it's built on top of another room, but it's like 2 stories higher above the other room, and so it has to have like columns just to prop it up a bit, and those columns are coming out of the roof below it, and it kind of looks like it was like a last minute thought. They kind of just tacked it on because they needed another room and they didn't know where to put it, so they just kind of tacked it on just above the other one, and the one, yeah, it looks alright, it's a factory, who cares? So I really liked that, and so I thought, let's put that in this one, the second creation of this factory, and see how it looks. And I love it. I love this place. I love how the way it looks. So when I was first creating this build the second time round, I wasn't having any problems with my computer whatsoever. I'm not gonna go into it. I had a good old rant in my last video, which was the Jungle Temple video, and I had a good old rant when I was posting that video on Instagram, so I'm not going to go into it. I was just having a few problems with my computer that was kind of stressing me out a little bit. So I had then lots of time on my hands because normally I would just be using that time to build in The Sims. Since I was having those computer problems, I had a lot of time on my hands. So I was like, okay, what do I do now? And so I decided to redecorate my room. Now, my room, there was nothing wrong with it. It was a lovely room. It was just a really lovely child's bedroom. Now, I turned 25 in February, and so the room itself wasn't saying I'm a 25-year-old's bedroom. It wasn't very sophisticated or mature or grown up, and so I decided to give my room a little bit of a makeover. Now, I've been falling in love with the colour green. I've used some green furniture elements with the furniture that we got for the Sims birthday. We got some Sims birthday furniture items from CC Creators, and some of the furniture has lots of like green elements to it, and I've just been loving the colour green at the moment, so I use lots of those green colours inside. But I've also been loving it so much so I've painted one of my walls in my bedroom, my real life bedroom that I'm sitting in right now. I painted one of my walls in green. Now, when my mum first asked me, like, okay, ooh, what colour are you going to be painting your bedroom then? I said, I want to paint my bedroom green. And my mum was like, are you sure? I mean, it's your bedroom. You're the one who has to live with it. Are you sure you want to go for green? Because, it's green. Do you want to go for it? I mean, it's your bedroom. I'm happy for you to paint it because, it's your bedroom. But are you sure? And it took me a while to find the colour green that I liked. I went through several shades of green. I do not recommend Wilko's paint. It is horrible and patchy and watery and yuck. Not very nice. But it turns out it was the second colour that I slapped on my walls. It was the tester pot, and it is a lovely overtly olive dulux colour. And when I first put it on my wall, my mum was like, okay, it's actually not that bad. I actually quite like it. So much so, my mum loves it so much that the downstairs living room, I don't want to say downstairs living room, we only have one living room, but the living room is now painted in the exact same colour as my overtly olive green. That's how much my mum likes it. She's gone from questioning my choice in colour but supporting my choice but questioning slightly, to like, I love it and I want to paint it downstairs in the living room. So yeah, I got my lovely green wool, not sheep wool, and the rest of the colour in my bedroom is a lovely natural colour. I think it's called Egyptian cotton, and it's a lovely warm neutral. It looks very fancy, it looks very sophisticated and luxurious kind of a colour. And whilst I was redecorating my room, knocking out some shelves, my sister has been looking at places for her to live. So this is what will be her first flat. It's her first foot on the property ladder. Is that the saying? Is that how the saying goes? But she's been looking at places for her to live, and I think she's found a place, and it's all going well. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And I've been really excited, and as I've been looking for bits and pieces to put into my room, because it is a little echoey in my room at the moment, it needs a couple more items in my room just to absorb the sound a little bit, because it's quite echoey at the moment. So I've been looking on Wayfair. Now, when I first saw the advert for Wayfair, which is like an online furniture store, I thought it would be like really expensive, but I had a quick look. And it turns out Wayfair it's quite reasonable actually. The stuff you can find on Wayfair is quite reasonable, quite nice stuff on Wayfair. And so as I've been looking for stuff to, fill my room to absorb some of the sound, I can have side tables. I can have bedside tables. I've never had bedside tables. I'm 25. I never had bedside tables, which means I've never had a table lamp. I've never had a table lamp because I never had a bedside table, which means I could have a bedside table with a table lamp. It's so exciting. But as I've been looking on Wayfair, I get overexcited about a table lamp and a side table, a bedside table. I'd also been looking at does Wayfair do any Harry Potter stuff? Because my sister, she is the biggest Potterhead going. She's got a big head, meaning she's very brainy. She went to university. I didn't go to university. I'm not that kind of brainy. I'm more of a creative person. But anyways, I started to look on Wayfair of what type of items, if any, if they do any Harry Potter items that they have. And it turns out they have a Marauders map, glow-in-the-dark wallpaper, and she loves it. As soon as I saw that, I took a screenshot of it and told her about it. She loves it, and if she ever gets into a place, that's the thing she wants to have on her bedroom wall. And it got me thinking, okay, does Wayfair do Disney stuff? So I had a quick look, and guess what I found? I found Andy from Toy Story. I found his wallpaper. It's the blue wallpaper with the white fluffy clouds, and I'm like, if I was a kid, that would be my wallpaper of choice. I'm like, I want it, but I'm not a kid, but I want it. And I really like the way my bedroom looks at the moment. But that got me thinking. So at the moment, there are a lot of Sims 4 room challenges. So basically, you just decorate that one room, and I was thinking I could do a decorate your dream bedroom room challenge. It doesn't have to be your dream bedroom for whatever age you are now, but it could also be your dream bedroom for when you was like a kid. So I thought that'd be a good idea. I'm going to put a poll out on Twitter just to see if people are interested in that idea, just to see if they want to do it, because if so, I will get onto it, but I just want to see if people are interested in it. So I'll put out a poll onto Twitter. I love taking part in polls. It's like a fun little teeny weeny quiz. So I will do that at some point. I will put out my poll. And this here, so at the moment I'm doing the kitchen dining area. I love the interior of this build so much. I adore it. I want to live here, like I said. I want to live here for the exterior and the interior. I love it inside out, and the garden. Oh my lordy baldy, I love the garden. I use platforms. It's a multi-level platformed garden. So here at the moment I'm doing a sort of like window seating area. Now at the time when I was doing it, I knew straight away that little seating window area is not going to be functional, but I wanted it, so I created it, and I think it looks great. I used the country kitchen kit shelves and kind of use them as the base of that window seat with the city living puffs. Sitting things, is that what they're called? I don't think so. It's a bit weird, it's a bit of a weird name, but I love this kitchen. Normally when I do kitchens in The Sims 4, I kind of dread doing them because I just don't know what to do with them. But with the new country kitchen kit, it was really fun to do. It went up quite quickly, and I love it and adore it. So as you can see, I've been plopping some of the gallery artwork that I found. So the kitchen artwork that I put throughout the kitchen dining area is by Rinky Din XX. I like that name. I really like that gallery username. It's really fun to say, and it reminds me of you know that song from the Aristocats Disney film, and in that Disney film it has the "Everybody Wants to Be a Cat" song. And I think at some point, one of the kittens, I think it may be the white kitten, goes, "Oh, Rinky Dinky Dinky." That's what their name reminds me of, and I love saying their name. And I'm going to say it a lot more throughout this video because I use a lot of their artwork throughout this build. So here I'm just putting down beams. So I have been seeing a lot of Instagram reels. It is like the way to get yourself noticed on Instagram is to do some Instagram reels. And I've seen someone show us how to create beams using these debug wood items. You have to use the tool mod to flip them round and over so they're more beam-like and less column-like. And I tried that, and I don't know. I thought it's a bit too much. You know, there's a lot going on with this build, and there's a lot to decorate, and I want beams all over the place downstairs. And I thought, is this gonna take way too long? So I decided against that, but I still wanted beams, so I used the cats and dogs spandrel to create my beams. And here I'm just doing the living room. I like this living. Like I said, I just love everything about this place. I really want to live here. Oh, yeah, I really wanted to use it. I think that's from Discover University, and ever since I discovered it, that it is a thing that we have in the game, I've always wanted to use it. The problem is it's a square coffee table, and it's rather big. Most of my living rooms in The Sims 4 aren't big enough for that square coffee table, or any of the square coffee tables, to be frank. Is any Franks listening? Frank. But so yeah, I've always wanted to use it, but I've never been able to do it because it's too big. Why is it that big? Why are some of the items in The Sims 4 so big? It doesn't make sense. The other item that is also quite nice, and I really wanted to use in this build because Normally when I go about doing the interior of an industrial build, I would normally do a more man-made, use lots of man-made materials like concrete and metal and glass. For this one I wanted to mix it up a little bit because, like I said, I'm always doing that kind of style for industrial interiors. So for this one I wanted to mix up a little bit and go the opposite end and go for more softer and more natural materials in here. So I used a lot of wood. And the other item that is also quite chunky but I wanted to use in this build because it's a lovely wooden side table, and it is the Jungle Adventure one, and it's super chunky and big, and so I sized it down, which was a bit of a pain because I wanted to put down some lights, some table lights, some side table lights like I would like in my bedroom. And the thing was that because I shrunk them down, the table lights, they was just snapping to the original size of the side table, and so I had to put them down once, then put them down once again to then put them where I then wanted to. So to do that, I had to use the 9 key just to lift it up into my space that I've now because I resized it. That's a bit of a pain in the butt, and it's always a pain in the butt if you're going to be, sizing down your side tables, because I think some side tables in the Sims are a little bit chunky or a little bit big. So bit annoying. It would be nice if it just feels like they don't really they need to grab like a sofa and just to test the size of their side table. It doesn't feel like they've done that with some of them. There we go. But this is a little nook. I didn't know what to put in this nook, so I just made it into a computer nook. That room next to the computer nook is a rather large laundry area. So we basically got the washing machine, the dryer, we've got a sink in there. Normally if my laundry rooms are quite big, I might put a shower or a bath down there, but I don't think I did. I can't remember. It was some time ago. I can't remember. But that room behind the car image, which is the car painting is by Rinky Din XX. Behind that car photo is the laundry area. Behind the Coca-Cola image, which is by Cindy1306, is the downstairs bathroom. I kind of forgot it was there, so when I was sort of decorating around that area, I then had to shimmy all that stuff along and put a door in because I kind of forgot. This part here is a lovely painting nook. I like the what's it called, the city living rug that I put underneath the nicer rug, because you don't want your acrylic paints or watercolours getting onto your lovely wooden floorboards that you got running throughout this entire house. You don't want paint slapping onto that, so I put down a city living artsy rug just to prevent that from happening. It's not real, but it's a nice little detail that I quite like. So this part here, so when I'm putting down the lovely green console table with the mirror, and I do put down some a potted plant, this was the area that I had to shuffle over and just squeezing a barn door because I forgot there was a space behind the console table. And so that is just a downstairs bathroom, and this sofa area around the entrance area, that is your more formal living area, and this is kind of the living area where you may get a knock on the door, they want to come in, but you don't want to shuffle them right through to the more casual living area. So this is where you would stop because you don't want them any further into your home, but you're just being polite, and you just keep them in this area because you don't really want them in your home, but you're just being polite, and so you just keep them there. So that's just your formal living area where you would just keep those unwanted people out of your house. So this room here, so I didn't really know what to do with this area, but for my birthday back in February, my sister was really lovely and she gave me the supernatural stuff pack, which is right up my alley. It is the perfect stuff pack for me. I love anything to do with the supernatural, paranormal and stuff like that. I love it. I love watching TV programs that are like supernatural, paranormal, ghosties and gore and stuff like that. But she also bought me the nifty knitting stuff pack, and I used some of the items with some of my builds, but I didn't really use a lot of the items, so a lot of the items still had the golden star beside of it. And so I thought, for this room, this house is giving me the vibes that the Sims living here are very artsy and crafty. They would rather create the items and make the items before they go ahead and try and see if there's a shop out there selling it. They'd rather make it themselves first and then shop it for it later if they can't make it. Something's gone wrong with it. So I thought this would be a perfect room to go ahead and use more of the nifty knitting stuff. And I knew there were some more deeper, darker colours, which was great because I don't think the pastel-y colours would have worked in here. But so I really like the fact there are some darker colours with the nifty knitting stuff. It just makes it more usable, especially for me when I like using darker colours. I like darker colours. They just talk to me a little bit more than the pastel colours do. So I'm putting more Rinky Dink XX mountain artwork. I use it again in the main bedroom. I'm calling it the main bedroom. It doesn't have an ensuite, but I'm seeing it as the main bedroom. The spare bedroom has an ensuite, but not the main bedroom. But I use more of the Rinky Dink XX artwork in the main bedroom, just decorating this little area a little bit more, make it look like someone lives here. They've been living here for quite some time, but they like it nice and clean. They don't like it looking like a bum just hit it. They want to look like it's nice and clean and homely, but a few clutter pieces here and there. So I did put down some cats and dogs stuff. Now normally when I make homes for Sims, I don't normally put in pet stuff, and if I am putting down pet stuff, I don't normally put down cats pet stuff, mainly because they require a lot of stuff, and a lot of their stuff again is quite big, and so I don't normally put it down. But there was a lot of space in here and I thought it would look nice and it would go with the theme and look of this build, and it would be nice to see like Sims living here with a cat and a dog, creating and knitting their stuff and painting their way through the home. I could just see it, pets in this house. It just spoke to me. So this is what I'm calling the master bedroom. Like I said, it doesn't have an ensuite. It does have the useless but very pretty seating area. Again, I highly doubt the Sims can use it, but it looks nice. And I really love this bedroom. And I remember thinking to myself, like, okay, it's the bedroom. I love doing bedrooms. You can now sort of like design it to your Pacific Sim. If you have a Pacific Sim in mind, you can now design it to that Sim, because you don't really want the kitchen, dining, living area, which lots of Sims use. You don't want that area to just be decorated and catered to the one Sim. You want it to be usable for everybody, so it has to be toned down a little bit. So that's why I like decorating bedrooms, because it can be more specific to the Sim if you have one in mind. And if you want to explore a different style, you now can, because it is a closed off room, because I normally decorate my living room spaces. They're normally open planned. So when I was decorating the master bedroom, it's like, okay, I can just go for it, with the master bedroom, but I didn't know what to go for. So I just used the exact same bricks that I've been using throughout this place, which are the new, well, it was for me at the time, the country kitchen wallpaper, the white one, and the Get Famous brick, exposed brick, because I thought they looked quite nice and I really love it. So moving on to the kids' bedroom, I really like the country kitchen white stone, but I'm not too convinced with the blue version of it. I mean, I think it looks quite nice in here. I really wanted to use it, but I don't think I'll be using it much, like often, like very often, but it looks quite nice. It goes really nicely with the nifty knitting rug that I believe that you have to get in the debug item section, because it is an item that your sim can knit for themselves, that they just have like a high enough skill. But I really love the colours in that rug, and it goes really nicely for this room, and it gave me like a colour palette to go off from for this room. And I love decorating kids' room, because I normally go more neutral colours for like the adult's bedroom, but for the kids' bedroom, you just go for it, you know, slap a lot of colour on there. It doesn't really matter if it goes or not, because it's a kids' bedroom. You can have a lot of fun doing it. So this bedroom here, it is a very green bedroom. Now, at the time of decorating this bedroom, I was thinking about my own bedroom, and I was basically using this bedroom here just to give me some sort of visualization of what could my in real life bedroom could look like. So at first, I was thinking for my own bedroom, the one I'm sitting and talking right now. It's quite echoey in here. I was thinking about, painting every single wall in the overtly olive colour. It's a lovely colour, but I think it would be a bit, too much green. It'll be too much. So I was using this bedroom just to help me visualise what my bedroom could look like. So you just saw me using the tool mod just to pull out that Paris Cafe painting, and that is by, hang on, it's here, it's by Surf Chick Creation. So I just had to use the tool mod because it was clipping through slightly through the other side, so I just had to pull it out a little bit. So I'm still doing the green bedroom that was helping myself to visualise my own bedroom. Really kind of annoyed with myself because that chair that I just put down, it has a lovely yellow swatch, and I'm like, oh, I should have used that, because yellow is a complementary colour to green because it sits next to it in the colour wheel. And I really want to do a modern build in Sulani, because as I was trying to find the perfect lot for my evil aerial siren ship build, I basically went to every single lot in Sulani trying to find the perfect one, and I found a really pretty, really beautiful lot in Sulani. It's inland a little bit, it's surrounded by lots of Sulani plants and bushes and flowers. It's so pretty, and I can just see a really pretty modern bungalow, and inside this modern bungalow I really want to do a colour wheel house. So basically using everything that I've learned about the colour wheel to decorate the interior of the house, and I really want to do this. There are so many ideas and shell challenges and room challenges that I really want to do, so I can't wait to get on to doing that. So this is the spare bedroom. It has an ensuite. I'm not the biggest fan of the spare bedroom. You saw me using more gallery artworks. That was by XX Serena _27XX. She goes by the name of Serena Sims on Instagram. She does really lovely modern farmhouses, and so when I finally found her on Instagram, I was surprised that she also uploads some gallery artwork, and I really loved it. And I always saw that she used gallery artwork in her own builds, but I never knew it was her own gallery artwork that she uploads to the gallery. So this bathroom is quite roomy, it's quite big, and I know a lot of people are saying their favourite rooms to decorate in The Sims 4 are bathrooms, and I'm just sitting here when I decorate a bathroom, it's quite easy to slap down a toilet, a sink, and then a bath or a shower, and that's it. It's a quick and easy room to do. I don't really think about it, which is why I don't really show you, because it's just a bathroom. But lots of people are saying the favourite rooms to decorate are bathrooms, and since this one is so big and roomy, I thought, let's pay attention to the bathroom a little bit more and make it really lovely and special and put lots of details down. I even put a stool down with a light up twig thing I think you can find in Dino. Is it a Dino object? I think so. And I thought, let's just go for it. Let's try to explore as to why people like it so much. And I did have some fun. It looks really lovely, looks much nicer than some of my other bathrooms that I would normally do. It does look quite nice for spending that extra little time to that bathroom. It looks quite nice. So this room here is basically a outdoor roof terrace bed. You have to access this via the ladder in the spare bedroom. So you go up the ladder in the not the spare bedroom, it's the master bedroom. You go up the ladder in the master bedroom and you are then popped into a lovely library, and then you go through that door there and you come out onto this roof terrace here. And I really like it. It's just a bit of a bummer that I couldn't figure out any other way to get to that library area other than going through the master bedroom. I did try. I just couldn't figure it out. It was just too much for me to figure out. So it's not perfect. It's not great that you have to go through the master bedroom, but at least you can get up there. At least I remembered that this space was here, because normally I probably would have forget that this space is up here. But since there was an outdoor space that you can see from the front of the build, that was the reason why I remembered it, because you can see it from the front of the build that there is an upstairs outdoor area. And I really like the upstairs outdoor area. It seems like really fancy, you know? And it seems like something I wouldn't do, you know? It feels like something else that other people would do, but I wouldn't, you know? And I really like it. But I'm going to leave you guys here. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you have enjoyed watching. And I will hopefully see you on the next one, which would probably be the 1940s Aries house. It's beautiful. It is absolutely, it's a stunner. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.